getting ready to go to the village council meeting, or as some people call it, the Liars Club. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm busy, but I'm good.
Hey. Oh man.
This on some fire department stuff, which
Hi.
I got that $130,000 federal grant.
Now is that for the?
For new all new air packs, all new hose, all new nozzles.
Did you ever get that grant for the building?
No, we didn't. We didn't apply for a grant for the building.
Oh.
We applied for a grant for the truck.
Oh,
We
that
tried to get the
okay.
grant on the truck.
You didn't get that.
2 years in a row, we applied for it with this company. It's actual grant writers. This year, I had a different guy who I've known for a long time come in to me and says, "You can't get a truck." He says it goes off the basis of the age of all your vehicles.
Really?
He says, "I don't know why they've even been trying." It says you've been taking your money.
Yeah. What was that? 500?
Six or $800. Now Mickey's more expensive. First year got $130,000.
Yeah. And you to tell you not to mess with the other one.
Yeah. So no, for the building we got a 0 interest, 15 years 0 interest loan.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, that ain't bad.
no,
Cool.
15 grand a year on payments, something like that. Yeah.
That ain't bad. Hell no.
But yeah, so we got the new truck's gonna be here right around Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. And you're all ready?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only problem with that is it's coming in right at shitty weather.
Oh well. Maybe that's when you need it.
Coming like under. I'm like.
What's up, Goop?
Beside the
How you
road.
doing?
How bad, Phil?
All right.
What if it's that spray? Might
Should once we get that. Did you ever get down there to look at that catch basin
we gotta.
that's covered up?
Yeah, we gotta dig. I'm gonna see if Dad will get the tractor out. And,
Do it.
yeah, because.
Me and Bobby went down there and poked it. We couldn't.
Yeah, I
we
can
can't
see where
find
you guys dug it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
buried.
Okay, you guys, shall we stand for the flag? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do we have roll call?
Lori. Here. Dawn. Here. Denny.
Here.
Dan.
Yes.
George.
Here.
Pam.
Yes.
Okay, the committee reports, you can put that up here on the table if you want. You're welcome.
Oh, sorry. Lights.
They're all burning bright. Well, they're all burning. It wasn't real bright.
They're on.
Okay, streets.
They're all looking good. We patched one pothole. Once the finishing crew comes in, we'll be able to get out there and see what else we got going on. They're looking good though.
Catch basins.
I've got a couple of them cleaned out. The one's buried now since they redid the road, so we have to dig it up. The one behind the Mifflin that we've had problems with for a while.
Signs.
Still, as soon as they're done, we've still got the one up, on Georgia and Dakota streets that's still down, but until they finish moving their equipment around up there, there's not much point in doing anything with them. So, still kind of in the same place we live.
Stand still.
Yeah.
Cemetery?
I was up there just about 15 minutes ago. It looks like it needed mowed and trimmed.
Safety?
Police department hours for June 2016. J.J. Benninger had 19.50 hours. Hardin Finch, no hours. Excuse me. I'll have to redo that, yeah. Mike Benninger had no hours. Arden Finch had 2.80 hours. James Hauser, no hours. Stephen Rice, no hours. Ray Scott had 66.90 hours. Jerry Snee, no hours. Corey Kidrow, no hours, for a total of 89.20 hours. Total mileage for the month of June is 138. There was 8 tickets written, 2 assists, 2 calls were made, and no arrest and no summons for the month of June 2016.
Maintenance?
I counted the signs for Aurora. There's 26 stop signs, so that's 52 bolts, 52 nuts, and 52 washers we need for
Because we need
hardware.
all the hardware. That's what the
And the guardrail's been done twice so far. And the reason the graveyard, that it hasn't rained till yesterday, and I figured I'd mow that tomorrow. And the door at the garage up there has been painted, and the door on the town hall has been painted this month. So. And that's pretty much up on the maintenance.
Do you guys have any questions or concerns that you would like to bring up? Okay, shall we go with old business? We'll go with the sewer update. That would be you.
So we're waiting on Ohio Edison. They got the transformers on the pole, but that's about as far as they've gotten. They said probably in like 2 to 3 weeks. Been working on the budget, back and forth. Been talking to the engineer, the contractor, about things we need, and gonna try to get them in the contract so we don't have to buy them.
Right.
So hopefully we can do that. I'm gonna,
I did speak with Jason just a little bit ago,
Yes.
and he said that that shouldn't be a problem.
yeah, I'm gonna provide them a list, and gonna try to get some spare pump parts and some lab equipment up there that EPA's gonna want, and hopefully we can get them, and that's all I got.
Okay, that's good. Okay, the 200-year birthday celebration.
It went great.
They did. It was amazing. All the kids had fun. They wanted to know if we could do it again next year.
I even had some of the vendors say that if we decided to do it again next year, to be sure to let them know that they want to come do it. I know the
was
church
amazing.
ended up, they let me know they ended up raising about $2,000 off of the auction and their end of the food sales that they donated to Teen Challenge and Richland Starfish.
So that's enough for 2 people to get into rehab. That's awesome.
That's a lot.
Okay, did anybody else have anything they wanted to say about it? Didn't have no
It'll be
fun?
better. We just got our foot wet, our feet wet, so now we know what we're doing, so. Go from there.
Okay, we need to do the committees. We need the RETA committee. Those you two, they picked two, right? I know. It was very nice seeing you at the celebration.
Thank you. Yeah, it was an enjoyable celebration. So good to see all the people that showed up.
All those
You
little
probably
kids
should've waited
running around.
Another 200 years before you do it again.
No.
But yeah, I can see where it'd be a fun, regular event to do that. I was glad to see the guys from Starfish and from Team Challenge too. I got a chance to talk to a couple of those guys. I've been a follower of Team Challenge for many years. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Crossing the Switchblade.
No.
From years ago. That's how Team Challenge started. And Pat Boone and Nikki Cruz were in that movie back when they were young guys. So.
I'm just happy that they have a place where they can go, some alternative.
Yeah, the most successful drug rehabilitation program in the world for over 50 years.
Yes, they appoint two. And you appoint one.
Okay. You guys appoint two.
Cannot be employees, elected officials, or contractors with the municipality.
Let me talk to anybody.
About the sewer. Yeah, but I didn't get a commitment yet, so I don't, what exactly do we need for our committees?
We're doing the RETA, this is the tax one.
Okay.
So you guys need to appoint two people
But it can't
that,
be none of us,
no,
right?
that aren't on council, but they do live in the village. And they're not employed by the village.
Okay. We'll probably have to take, we can't commit anybody without getting their commitment first, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, we might have to just let us know what we need for committees, and then at the next meeting we'll have them.
Do you have anything showing what they have to do so we can show them?
It's in your tax ordinance.
Pardon me?
In
the
our tax ordinance.
Oh,
Plus they have help from remember the one man, well, you weren't here, the one man that was here from,
Chuck.
yeah, thank you.
In past years, nobody's known what to do, it's just been there. You know,
Right.
it's
Well,
never-
there's been no appeals, so you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It only, the RETA committee basically acts when there's an appeal,
Oh,
essentially.
Okay, so next month,
we'll have somebody there.
2.
mine was 1.
You appoint one to RETA, you appoint all 3 to the BPA.
Okay.
So we don't even have to go over that then?
No, we're gonna have to table it.
Because we just won't bring it up.
Okay. Anybody else have any other old business that they'd like to go over? It has been brought up to my attention that people are complaining about noise, and the officers cannot do anything about noise because we don't have a noise ordinance. So if you guys want to get that taken care of, you either need to make a noise ordinance or let it go.
There should be some type of noise ordinance, but it should be pretty liberal. The township's got one, I think, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. They got so many decibel points or whatever it is. If it's over that, then it's illegal. I don't know. Maybe JJ knows what the answer is to it.
See, he has nuisance laws, but they don't come back as for the noise. But it's just not like people, it's like motorcycles, people doing burnouts, different things.
Do we need an ordinance to stop that?
If you're excited, we do.
Yeah.
I've been sitting out on the porch late at night, and we get a lot of bikes rubbing, whether they're being smart or what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? People be sitting outside at the bar or whatever.
Do a whole shot at Main Street.
Yeah. I find it.
Squealing tires is an ordinance against squealing tires and the noise that creates. There is no per se noise ordinance in the village. There's never had a per se noise ordinance. You have a disorderly conduct ordinance, but it has to be an offensive gesture or unreasonable or unwarranted noise. But there's no time restrictions on it. There's no, it's a matter of to who is it unreasonable to, It's very, very vague and very wide open. So that's the only thing really we have in the books as far as a noise ordinance goes.
Let's see, like someone like me at 2:30 in the morning, noise would not bother me because I'm a night person.
Right.
But
I'm in bed by 10 o'clock.
right.
And you got to be careful where you put your noise ordinance at, because at 11 o'clock at night, I was telling Vicky, so if we were standing in the center of town talking, not everybody in the village probably hear you.
Yeah, because it's so quiet. There's no cars.
Because the way things echo
And you
it's so
really
quiet.
can.
So
Oh yeah, I can hear.
You can
people
hear
talking
from the
up at
store to
bed,
the
so,
yeah, so you
Mifflin
got
parking
really
lot.
really got to gauge what noise, what was noise. Okay.
And this is all stemming back to the music being loud, or is it just more than that?
It's been more people have been complaining, and I've told them there's nothing that we can really do because we don't have a noise ordinance. So I told them I'd bring it up at council, and then you could decide whether you want to make a noise ordinance or.
There has been a lot of complaints, even, I haven't heard too many lately, because they thought there was nothing they could do about it, but I've heard there's been a lot of complaints.
Yeah, I know Tim's toned it down at the end.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, it was there and the party field really were the only two loud music complaints.
And both times the officers came down, we didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
If you guys wanna make an ordinance, that's great, but remember that ordinance to be for everybody. Church bells, anything.
Church bells don't
Well,
ring
church
at night.
bells don't really go off at midnight, that I've heard.
Well, I don't know what time your ordinance says.
JJ, you work, the township's got an ordinance.
Township doesn't have any ordinances. The township just follows under Ohio Revised Code, under the sheriff's office jurisdiction.
Well, if somebody tell me they're having a party up on the hill up here, and he went up there, and, I don't know, the sheriff, it had to be the sheriff's department went up there. Told them quiet down, cause it was after a certain time.
Yeah, that'd be state law
So that's
somewhere.
probably under the revised code, which the officers can cite under revised code as well.
Well, JJ's got the same authority, doesn't he?
He can cite under the revised code within the municipality, yes.
Okay,
I've never researched the Ohio Revised Code to see what exactly the word is.
I'd have to find the exact ordinance, but, or the exact section. If there's something in there that they can cite for, yes.
well, they can cite you for about anything anymore, and you've already got rules for it, why make another rule?
Right. I'm just bringing it to your attention because
Okay.
this is up to you. I just have to bring it to you, and then whatever you do with it,
A lot of it's just common sense.
right?
Courtesy, common courtesy.
Yeah.
We don't always have that
Some
in this
people
village.
But you're not gonna please everybody.
Well, no matter what you do, if you make an ordinance, you're not gonna please everybody. But somebody occasionally raising hell, if they don't do it on a regular basis, I'm pretty lenient about that. No,
What about, down by the hill, has it been noisy down there? I don't wanna name names, but have there been any complaints down the bottom of the hill? Why can we put like something in the newsletter about it and get the opinion of the townspeople, what they
Yeah.
think should be done? I think that would be our best bet, because we do work for them, it's not what we want, it's what they want. And they've always been intimidated to say anything.
I mean, other than a couple of the one at the end zone with the radio the one night, and a couple Ray told me about, that's the only thing I've heard about noise.
Yeah, they don't, they.
So you said there's been a lot of complaints. I haven't heard any of them.
Yeah, they don't think there's nothing, like I said, they've been afraid they would be intimidated.
People need to remember though, if you don't complain,
Yeah.
you need to complain to us, so
Right.
we know we can put it on paper.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna table the noise ordinance and research it.
And the townspeople.
Does anybody else have any new business? Hello?
What?
Do you guys have any new business?
who's writing the newsletter?
I guess I am.
And you're gonna put in there about, see if people, want a noise ordinance. Go in there, call your councilman, and that way, some of the people know me will call me, some people know Jens, call Jens. But
Or like JJ said, have them get ahold of JJ.
Right, right.
Well, if they're letting
But
us know
this-
what they feel, how they feel.
Feel about
to
the ordinance, but if they have a
contact
noise-
If there's a problem, contact them.
and you are gonna put our phone numbers on the newsletter this time, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna put your name on there in 10-inch letters, bolded.
Yeah, and put just lights.
Just lights.
Pictures, don't need pictures.
Yeah, before you leave, I need you to come over by my phone so I can take your picture. Do you think of anything? So, do you have any idea when the plant up there will be opening?
I'd say probably for the next 3-4 weeks they have the access to it. And once that happens, the contractor will come back in and start hooking people in. So I'd say within a month, I'm holding to it, but
Right.
I'd say things should.
They said it's up to Ohio Edison, and you know how that goes.
Well, we got the transformers on the poles, so.
Chris pretty much said the same thing, about a month.
I was gonna ask, is there any way I can get a copy of the NPDS permit? I tried to get that off of the EPA web and they can't access it. I guess you'd have a copy of that.
What is it?
I only need about the first 3-4 pages of it. The NPDES permit.
Yes, Met.
Huh?
Would you say it was at the end?
It's an NPDES permit. The EPA sent it to you guys. It's basically talks about how the test and stuff you need to do up there.
Okay.
I did have something. Dan, you asked about coverage on the garage up there.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have coverage. However, the wrong address was on it, so I have corrected that. It had this address here instead of the actual physical location. So it is covered.
Okay. I got a question about this hunt engineering. How much longer are we gonna be paying them $14,000 a month?
That comes out of the grant.
That comes out of the grant.
It don't matter, it's still money, we're in control of that money, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, how much are we totally paying this hunt engineering?
I don't know how much it is totally.
You have a contract with them, and which would tell you how much it is. There's a set fee. There was a set fee, and then there was a percentage on top of that.
And anything that isn't used goes back. We don't get to keep it.
Okay, so they can back off their percentage, right?
It's not our money.
Yeah,
I mean, it is our money, but it's not our money.
It goes back to the EPA and they can
Send it out. to
loan it
somebody
out
else.
to someone else or give it to someone like they did us.
Well, I've had a lot of people mention about this sewer rate's gonna be unfair. Cause if some households only got one person, some households got 5 persons, okay,
But it's gonna be going what you drain, so
it's gonna be what?
doesn't it go by with what you
Mm-mm.
use?
Flat fee.
No,
Flat fee.
it goes by, it's a set fee that they've averaged out. Okay,
I thought that
and
was
it doesn't
based on
seem
number
quite
of
fair to
rooms and
everybody.
Bathrooms to the house.
No. It only changes if it's a commercial.
What's that?
It only
She's-
changes
she
if
said
it's a
it
commercial.
depends on the number of persons. I said, no, it's the only change is when it's commercial versus a residential. Residential is a flat fee, and then commercial is dependent on circumstances.
Does anybody know what those circumstances are, Dave?
I haven't read that ordinance in a while, Freddie, so I couldn't answer that question.
Because I think it'd been changed a
Without
couple
digging back
times,
through it.
and, it's not that the law says.
But that would be kind of hard. People could be moving in and out to try to keep track of how many people are living in a house. That's,
Well, the way the cities do it, they have a water meter,
Yeah.
okay?
That's for what?
Well, they don't have a meter that measures the
what the drain is.
drain coming out of your sewer. Your sewer bill is based on how much water you got coming into the house, and that's how they deem how much you're gonna use. Ain't that right, Freddie?
Right.
Okay, and they have a water meter that's attached to your incoming line from the city sewer, city water. We don't have city water, but everybody's got a line coming to their house providing water, providing they have water.
Well, see that, I use my water to, water my garden.
That is irrelevant.
Well, then you get a deduct meter too.
A what?
A deduct meter goes after your regular meter. That if you use it to water your garden, wash your car, that's not considered going into the
Drain.
sanitary.
fill your pool.
So it's not, you're not charged for that.
Well, how does a deduct meter work?
It just goes backwards. It's installed after your regular meter.
And so you have another line that comes out that just feeds your outside spigots.
Yep. Ashland's full of them. I put a bunch of them
What's
in.
Hayesville
Then you
use?
gotta hire a meter reader to go out and read everybody's.
Well,
Hayesville has a meter reader that goes
But-
out and reads.
well,
Didn't
Ohio
they think of
Edison
this
used to
before
call
they
you on the
came up with
phone
this idea?
and have you go out there and read your own meter, and then once every while, once 6 months or so, they would send a guy out to check it. Alright, and that's how they used to do it. And if you didn't read your meter right, when the other guy come along and checked it, and it didn't jive, you caught up on it.
Did you want to say something?
The rates is set to cover the operations and maintenance. You got so much you got paid to keep the plant up, you got paid electric and all of that. And they figure that per tap. They don't care how much you use or how much less you use. It's based on tap. You know, per tap you got paid this much to pay off the operations and maintenance. And that's the only fair way to do it.
It's not fair to tax one person when he's on a one person house and there's 5 people in another house using 5 times as much as the one.
Yeah, but it's not going by the amount used.
It's not going bad.
They're not, yeah,
It's per tap.
it's per tap.
Oh, you mean so I can just turn my water on, leave it run 24 hours a day, and I'm gonna pay just as much as you do?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm too old, I don't know, that just don't sound right to me.
Well, it's not based on what you use.
It's just based on the tap.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Then the businesses is paying more
Yeah.
because just they're a business.
Right.
Okay.
Because they contribute more to the system. They got more
Oh,
customers.
they contribute more to the system. And if 5 household members don't contribute more than 1 household member.
Business can have more than 5 people in it, you know. Usually businesses has more of a load.
What you're trying to say is it'd be too much trouble to divide it and figure out how much everybody's gonna have to pay them. Because some people, instead of paying $30 a month, they're gonna be paying 50.
Well, the basic fee's gonna be what, $28.50?
28 or 29.
2850.
$28.50, and that's
$28.50,
bare
that's what I
bones.
thought.
It could go up. Right down
It
the
will go up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you
And I
have
have
to go up.
All them figures were based on the businesses paying what they're supposed to be paying, not the new rules, so. I'd like your engineer to show up here once.
Yeah, I got
He gave us the figures for all these businesses. That's how we came up with that price. Now, if you've changed all the prices that the businesses pay, somebody's gonna make that difference up. And it'll be the residential customers.
You're talking about when he went by the seating arrangements
Yes.
and everything? Well, didn't he do his deductions according to how many places they set?
That's what he did the average. When he did the initial application, he walked to the Mifflin Inn, said, well, there's this many seats. It's based on .18. He sends that in, we get all the figures, $28.50 a month. Now, if it's changed, that they're not gonna have to pay that much, somebody's gonna make up that difference.
Who said it's gonna change how much?
It has changed.
To what?
I've got the email. If you figure up how many seats in the Mifflin Inn times 0.18, which is in the rules and regulations, it'll tell you how much they owe.
Well, a lot of it's gonna be on maintaining the way that plant is set up and the cost.
Well, who changed it and when did it change?
Well, I don't know, let me,
I got an email that Chris sent you guys that give the Mifflin Inn a price and the end zone a price.
right. So you're saying what he told me to use for that is not based on what the original thing was?
Right.
Okay,
That's why I'd like him to show up.
Two ordinances that I showed, ordinance 4/2016, which was
he's working on another
obviously
project.
passed this year, shows non-residential user rate at 1.25% of the residential user rate, or 32.06 per month. That's the same as what it was in 2015 under ordinance 13/2015. The residential rate and the non-residential rate that was established in 15 is the same thing as what it is in 16.
But the last page of the rules and regulations, Dave,
That's the rules and regulations, that's not the rates.
there's a rate structure in there.
The rate structure was set by ordinance 13/2015 and 4/2016.
One of the reasons the rate's gonna go up is because it's gonna cost us a lot of money to
1.25 times the ERU.
maintain the plant.
Well, offhand, really, how much does that drop their bill? What was their bill gonna be before?
A lot.
Yeah, I thought, I seen something was like $300 some dollars.
Which is too much, you know. But that's what other places pay, and that's what he started with. I mean, I didn't set him, council didn't set him, you know.
That's
that,
what Chris said, man.
that was the figure he gave us to keep our rates low.
And I believe it was $100 some dollars for Reedy Gregg.
Yeah, and that's in the Ohio Administrative Code too, what his is, and what the Mifflin Inn is. I mean, they're all set in rules, and where he got this last one, I don't know. But it's in your regulations that you guys passed again. But that's not what's gonna be billed. If they go with his recommendation, the last email,
How much is it gonna drop that $300?
1.5 times, Amy, $50 for the Mifflin Inn?
What do you, $300 a what?
For the bill.
A month.
A month?
That's what it would have been, based on their seating, we think. I don't know how many seats they have,
Who?
the Mifflin Inn.
Mifflin Inn.
I don't know.
Well, Chris had to get his figures from somewhere,
Yeah.
he counted the seats.
Yeah, and I don't know what his number was.
Well, I would assume it would be the same thing as in them regulations, cause he helped put them regulations out.
Yeah,
didn't he?
but that number's not in there. That number he used, he gave us the final product, say, what it cost a month.
Yeah.
And he used those numbers to get that product, you know. Now, if it gets changed, somebody's gotta make up the difference. Ask Amy, that's bare bones up there. I mean,
I know it was gonna be real close anyway. But,
and the rates actually go up 1% a year or something in the calculations. So, but they're gonna go up more than that.
They're gonna go up a lot more than that. Because the way our plant's set up.
It was figured one way, and if you guys change it, I'm telling you, you're gonna end up paying, which, I don't know.
well, that drops the Mifflin Inn from $300 a month, which I think is ridiculous.
It is.
I don't know how much money they're making over there, how much business they're running through there.
What they're paying now is 1.5 times what the average house in the village. So, if you think they're only using 1.5 times the rate, or what a normal house is, I think they're doing better than that. I know, so.
I don't know, somebody with an education needs to look into that.
Well, you guys you set the rates, you can change the rates.
No, we can't change the rate. This Rita's gotta change the rates.
No.
No,
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 the
no.
rebates
We
are taxed.
have to cover
That's,
the operations and the maintenance of that plant. It's there, it's ours, it's too late, we can't do nothing about it.
You need to get your Board of Public Affairs in place. The Board of Public Affairs has to make a recommendation to you what they believe the rate should be, and then you need to set the rates.
That's what I meant instead of that Rita, the board.
that's,
BPA.
yeah.
And the way I understand it, you gotta have 3 of those people, right?
Right,
Correct,
And they gotta
We gotta
meet
have
monthly,
next month.
correct,
right.
and they get paid the same as a councilman.
correct.
So their bill has to come off this
The sewer rate,
sewer rate too.
correct.
Right.
So does Amy's billing, the time you're paying Amy the bill for the sewer.
Yeah, she
Same
she
way
needs
with
the rate.
his contract comes off the sewer rate.
And the postage.
And that's why
and-
when you say you wanna start metering,
Yep.
then you hire a meter person, you're gonna pay that off the sewer rate as well.
Well,
So
we got
be careful what you wish for when you start hiring.
You still gotta
people,
pay
because
them,
You're gonna
though.
pay for it.
Yeah.
You still gotta pay him, so that's still,
Yeah,
You gotta
but
pay
ain't
for
gonna
his-
Get nobody to read meters for $10 an hour.
well, I'm just saying though, you're gonna have to
You're
pay
still
him to
gonna
read
have
them.
to pay his
You're gonna
rate
have to pay
off
his
of the
withholdings, all
sewer.
his, his Medicare, Social Security,
But
that all
they
has
see
to
where
come
our
out of there
basic
too.
bill is, and then see if you wanna add on a meter reader.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be nice, it's not gonna be pretty.
Well, you're gonna have to put meters on.
Yeah.
That's more.
That's another
If
expense.
you're gonna put
Right.
meters on, if you're gonna put meters on, you gotta get it done before
That's-
they finish the project, so
Yeah,
it's covered by
so it's
the
paid for.
grant. Otherwise, you're gonna be paying for meters.
But the thing is, one person in a household, in this household here, might use this much water, where you might have somebody else that's still one person in the household, and they might use this much
Right.
water.
And
Right,
mean-
with the
meter would
garden
tell.
and
Right, so,
They
No,
make a
like
meter
you're
for
saying,
Flowers.
you want to put meters
sanitary
on all
too.
this house.
No.
no.
Well, we
No,
talked
because-
about it, but
We can't afford
But
it.
it's too expensive.
it was then because we thought we was paying for it. If they'd like to pay for it, I know, if you can get the EPA to pay for it, that'd be the way to do it.
Best way to do is for
It's, yeah,
Just the way we've got it now is your
Yeah.
recommendation.
that would be our,
That might be the best way to do it, might not be the right way to do it.
yeah.
There's a difference. Now,
We're in that.
Yeah.
well,
Okay,
it's time for the budget hearing. It's
we
past
need to
time.
get this, we're gonna have the budget hearing.
Have you come up with any people for that BPA at the
Only one that has been interested is Brian.
next door?
I'll get some people this weekend, we got till next month, I'll talk to them in the store, cause I didn't know the exact details, I don't like telling people something if I don't know it's 100% right. You know what I'm saying? You got all the details now, so.
Well, Chris said the monthly billing should start 6 months before the plant is in operation, the actual monthly billing. So,
Next
that's
month,
next month.
the billing is, the actual billing is gonna
I
start.
said 6 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're,
You're billing for the, you're still collecting the others, right?
the assessment, yes.
but that stops them as you start billing us.
Right.
How much is the assessment?
$15 a month, so that would be adjusted off the
So
regular
we-
monthly bill.
So you'll get double that if you start billing for
Roughly.
the 2850.
Yeah, but I was going to adjust off the $15 because the assessment is for for July, August, and September.
I got you.
So
The
August and
bill's gonna
September,
start in August.
they shouldn't have to pay the assessment if they're paying the monthly bill.
Correct. I got that.
Okay, we have to have them 3 people before that bill is stuff in it,
You really should have had your
that
BPA.
should be done. Yeah.
Today.
And why would we pay for something we're not getting yet?
That's what Chris said.
Chris is not the god, he's the engineer. You guys make the rules. I mean,
I'm just telling you
I
what
know.
Chris
What's got
said.
us
I
so
understand.
far, we're
Oh, we're
getting
excited.
cleaned up. Can we get those 3 people together and then can they have their own meeting and get together with you and Vicky and say, okay, this is what we've come up with?
I have no idea.
Come up with as far as what?
The monthly bill,
She means be appointed,
the appointed
and then
people, can
they
they go
have
ahead
their
and
meeting.
meet?
Well, they need to have their meeting, make a recommendation to you is what they believe the rate should be, and then council establish the rates.
Okay. So hands are kind of tied on that next month. Get them together.
Oh, I got one other thing. On these signs, we're gonna be taking these signs down.
Yep.
Alright, they're made out of aluminum. In order to, take them into the junkyard and sell them, you're gonna have to have a village letterhead stating that they're in to be recycled. And that they'll write them a check for it and we'll get the check back. But you gotta have something from the village that states that they're,
You have to do a letterhead. I have to do that for work.
Yeah,
I have
that's
to
no
type
problem.
up the letterhead so that our guy can scrap.
Justin,
Yes.
so I'm online, you can get big money for them. So I'm making lots of 2 or 3. You'd be surprised the money you get for them. There's a lot of people.
What are you talking about on eBay or
Say on that.
Craigslist?
Craigslist or something like that. Gov dares. And you can get some big money for, you get more than scrap price for them, I guarantee you that.
It scraps down there.
Cause you got Montana, you got Florida, there's people out there that's gonna buy
we're not
them, just put
replacing
in the
them signs,
driveway.
are we? We're not replacing the street
We're
signs,
doing
too?
street signs, yeah, not this go around, right now we're doing all the command signs, we've got till 2018 to replace all the street signs, but every sign in the village is gonna be replaced.
They get on average $15 to $20 for just a stop sign.
Hmm.
So there's money there, you don't wanna just scrap them.
right? We'll have to check that out then.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, can we get back to the budget?
Just for next year.
Okay, we'll start with the general fund. Revenues I left pretty much the same. I did decrease the local government revenue some based on what Cindy Funk had to say. Expenses, I tried to leave them somewhat the same, but you know, a budget is what your best guesstimate is for the year and for the next year. So, the first 3 pages are the general fund. Does anybody have any questions on that? Do you want to go fund by fund? Any questions on the general fund? If not, we can go on to page 4 and 5. That is the street construction, maintenance, and repair. I left revenue pretty much the same, and then 2016 are pretty much the same for expenses. And I like to put money in the line items just because you never know when you're gonna need something that comes up. So that's why there is money for almost all the expenditure lines, at least in that fund. Any questions on those pages?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to pages 6 and 7, that is the state highway. Again, pretty much the same as the last fund that we looked at. Revenue stayed. Actually, it went down a little bit. And then have money in there in case we need to use it for the street maintenance and repair. I've got no activity at all on the next pages 8 and 9. That would be the Parks and Recreation. I don't see anything happening with that next year unless you guys know something I don't know. If not, we'll move on to page 10 and 11. That is the Mifflin Memories. I did put, there's only a balance of $299.41. I have that in potentially to be spent this year. Don't know if you have any plans for that. If not, it will roll over to next year that we could use it for next year. Okay, no questions on that?
So that would be like if they had another festival or.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you could use the $299 for painting.
Okay.
The jail, right?
It's gotta go to the jail. Fund has to go towards the jail or the watering trough. I thought the watering trough was.
I don't know. I know the jail for sure.
Resealing it.
So that is all that we have in that fund.
Speaking of resealing the jail, Rube said we got enough to do it one more time, but that stuff is going on.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna last another winter. I took it home last winter just to keep it inside. But it's back up to the garage now. But there's enough to do the jail and that watering trough, but I don't know what you guys wanna do with the watering trough. I don't know if you wanna put a clear on it and leave the wood look, but we do have enough stain to do the wood on it.
On the jail though, too.
Well, the jail, I know we got enough, but I'll talk about the watering trough itself. It's gonna have to be done something, cause I never did nothing with it last year.
The watering trough is wood or cement?
There's wood.
No, the wood around the cement.
Okay.
Okay, it needs either a clear lacquer or something put on it to protect it, I mean. But I don't see what the harm would be to paint it the same color as the jail.
Okay.
I mean, that's all entirely up to you, Jeff. I mean, I'll do whatever you want.
That what you guys want?
We got stuff, might as well do it.
Yeah, we already got it all. I mean, we got the brushes and the rollers and all that. I mean, you guys bought them last year.
Okay, let's go back to the budget.
Okay, so now we're on to page 12 and 13. It is the sewer operating fund. Did the best I could with the numbers that I had. Worked with Tim, worked with Chris.
Jason.
So, you're gonna see a huge number in there. That is the OWDA funding, so we won't get any of that. But it is there for a placeholder right now. So, we've got revenues. I took, and if the billing does not start next month, then that's going to put our revenue down because I calculated it based on 5 months. And then also the tap fees are in there as well, or not the tap fees, but the inspection. The inspection. That is in the revenue as well, only for 2016. So, any questions on any of the budget? If not, I'll need a motion for somebody to approve it.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Lori,
Yes.
Denny,
Yeah.
Dawn,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
Pam.
Yes.
Does anybody else have any old business? Okay. Can, we have a motion for the financial report?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Roll call vote?
Lori,
Yes.
Denny,
Yeah.
Dawn,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
Pam.
Then a motion for the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Roll call vote?
Lori,
Yes.
Denny,
Yeah.
Dawn,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
Pam.
Yes.
Okay, to pay the current month bills?
Pay 'em.
That's a motion.
I don't believe we'll
Stay.
be
I'll
on
second.
engineering until he shows up once in a while. We ain't seen him in 3 months, I don't think. But according to the lawyer, we gotta pay him on a contract.
Right.
That's how it works, buddy. What's it?
Did you second it?
They wash their
I
hands.
seconded it.
You seconded it?
George made it.
Roll call?
Lori,
Yes.
Denny,
Yeah.
Dawn,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
Pam.
Yes.
I'm happy with it.
Okay. Shall we adjourn?
You gonna call Chris and have him come to the next meeting?
He's working on another project.
Let's see, we're gonna pay him,
Can he take time out to?
what
number
percentage
this?
are we gonna pay him for the out of this 3.2?
What? About, I don't know, $250,000.
That's why he went to school and got that degree.
Well, for paying him,
We all
I think
had that
he
chance.
should be required to come to a meeting if we have questions.
He answers
Your name
their
and phone number on there,
questions,
how
doesn't
you
he?
do it.
Yeah, he's actually
Uh-huh, your name
paid
and
me
phone
to
number.
be
I already got it, but
questions for him, so.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
and you're gonna answer all his questions.
If I don't have an answer, I'll call him. I'll
You
get
got
that
something you
answer.
wanted to ask Chris, Freddie?
Yeah, when they gonna finish the taps?
They won't finish the taps until they get electric to the plant and pump station.
Should happen.
The taps at the mains.
As far as I know, all the taps is done.
I'm not
There's a
married.
question on the garage up here. We don't know if we're gonna do that one, but as far as I know, all the taps is done.
Did anybody take a look at how many easements there was and then how many taps were made? Do you know?
We've got the number of the taps, but as far as easements, I don't know anything about that.
That
You
might be
mean laying the
something
pipe?
that somebody look at.
The pipes are in. Most, probably 99% of the taps is
My
in.
property's not done, and Brian's property's not done.
I think it should be.
The
What's your
taps
property
made,
number?
I think.
The taps
The
is in.
taps made. But there's 2 taps that haven't been made. And one of them, I gotta tear up a new road to do it.
What's the addresses on them?
I don't know what the addresses are.
Okay, give me your address and
I already
we'll
told
get to
those,
that.
guys from Elite about it. Chris knows about it.
Okay.
Well, our 2 properties are not even, they're not hooked up yet.
consensus
So
on
if we
that.
know about it, then we don't
What's
need to know
that?
about it, right?
40.
Do, we have the final
That's
year.
Main Street.
No,
People
I had
return those.
Kevin.
Come
yeah,
off the
that's
back.
it.
Time to get it back, so
Is
it's
it coming off the back?
before the
Instead
of in
before
the
money
alley?
runs out.
Yeah, most of them comes off
Yeah,
the back.
because I'm gonna stand up here
That's
because
funny.
I've got
Good.
a
Kevin,
electric line
did they put
running
your name
from the
and number
house
on
to the
there?
garage and it's underground.
Yeah, I'm thinking, if
Yeah.
you,
Dawn.
you butt up against,
your name and number on
this back,
Yes.
back street up
Oh,
here,
Dan.
most of them comes out the back.
Yeah. And
He
I
doesn't
also
butt
have-
up against it.
Yeah, I also have a water
Yeah,
line
put your
too
addresses on it.
that runs out there.
What's
And they already took a survey.
40
With the
main,
gate.
main.
Right.
Yeah, they
From
took
the
a
front of it,
survey
you
out
can
there
show
and they're
you
14 inches off of that manhole pipe. If they go across my backyard. I want them to come off of that back alley, come straight in, there's nothing there, straight in, hook up, 190-degree and that's it.
You're gonna be getting a grinder tank.
Huh?
You're gonna be getting a grinder tank.
Why?
That's what I was told.
No. No,
That's what I heard, George.
well,
And you'll be paying electric for it.
no, I'm not.
That's what the village said.
Well, we'll see.
I don't want
Well,
to.
see,
You
I'm
guys
already,
agreed to
I'm
it.
already paying,
Right.
I'm already paying this $45, $15 a month. And now once we get hooked up, it's gonna be $28.50 or $30. And it's gonna be added on some more. And if they have to come off of that back alley back there, straight to my house and then charge me more, I don't think so.
Didn't they dig, right down the middle of your alley?
Yeah, but they didn't
It's
go
true.
all the way, they only went halfway. There's a manhole cover there.
I'm thinking we should tap to that house.
They took a survey and went straight across.
Yeah.
And they're 14 inches off of hitting that
Yeah, I
manhole
did.
cover because of
I
the
did.
grade.
I'll have to look at my
Say,
plans
oh, you
that
done
I've
it?
marked.
And I talked to
Is there a
most of the
motion?
crew,
No,
and
nobody
they
made
said
it.
it would be most
Okay, you
feasible-
guys.
most feasible to come off
I
of
made
that
those.
alley straight
I
down and hook
seconded.
in, than it
Okay,
would
roll
be to
call
go
vote.
across.
Lori,
Yes.
Denny,
Yes.
There's a motion to
Yes.
adjourn.
Adjourn? Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Dan.
To adjourn?
No, we'll go
Yes.
to Supreme Court on this bullshit.
I
because,
understand.
yeah, the hell with this shit. I'm not paying.
You approved it.
That's right.
George, do you agree to
Adjourn.
adjourn?
Adjourn? Yes.
Okay.
Pam,
Yes.
Now you can sue the village when you're the one that passed the ordinance.
right?
Do you have this?
I've been paying attention.
I wasn't on that. Don,
See, another thing here, Freddie,
Well, thank you guys for
another
coming to the
thing, having
party.
an educator or whatever, how come somebody didn't tell me about it?
I think you just figured it out, George.
Well,